Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour, brought to you by True Ball Archery and Excel Science. Welcome to the inaugural event of the Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour, and the first event is right here outside of Phoenix City, Alabama for the 2015 ASA Classic. I'm Justin Martin alongside Nathan Brooks. Nathan, for a golf comparison, I sort of compare the ASA Classic to the Masters in golf.
Justin, you have the best of the best that's going to be here. 3D archery doesn't get any better than the ASA Classic. It has everything that you're looking for in competition. It has risk reward. It has obviously the ultimate shooters will be here, the best of the best. And so the ASA Classic has everything at the finale of their tour system where they shoot 6 tournaments throughout the year. And then this is the finale. This is where everybody comes to see who will be crowned the Classic champion.
And one of the things that also makes ASA so neat and such a popular organization is the Pro-Am that they have. And today we actually have the Pro-Am, and what they do there is they pair one pro with a group of amateurs, and they get to discuss the yardage and come up with a game plan on that target. And I think that's one of the things that makes the ASA so popular, is allowing the amateurs to get with the pros and learn the latest techniques and everything else in the sport.
Yeah, well, you know, we've done this a long time, Justin, you and I have, so we understand what that's like. I've done it, me and you both have done this since together since 1996.
Right.
As young kids, you know, and you know, I was out there shooting today, and you got the young kids that are out there, and I see myself in that young guy's eyes, you know. I know what that's like, and growing up and having your idols, you know, your archery idols that are out here and competing, and you want to go learn from them.
We've got a whole bunch of people shooting the team shoot today. Let's go and check them out and see how it's going for everybody out on the range during the Pro-Am today.
Sounds good.
We've got with us Cara Kelly, who's currently in second place for Shooter of the Year in the Women's Pro Division. Cara, you're currently 6 points behind in second place. What's kind of your mindset as we go into round 1 tomorrow?
Well, you know what? I can't determine what anybody's going to do in the pack. And I've been doing this a long time, and the only thing that I can take care of or determine is how I shoot my game. So tomorrow I'm just going to be going out focusing on doing what I need to do, which is hitting 12s, staying in the 10 ring, which is always the key in our class. You know, we don't have to bang them out like you guys do. You know, we don't have to bang them out, but you want a good 12 count for the weekend. And that's really the strategy that I took at the last ASA in Coleman.
Right.
So.
Well, you know, you made a great point right there that this game is all about individual effort. It's not what Justin does or what Levi does or anyone else that affects my game. It's what I do is what affects my game.
Right.
And that's the really neat unique aspect of archery, or one of the unique aspects is it's just an individualistic sport. So
you determine your own destiny. So, you know, obviously we just came off of IBO Worlds, and I had a really good Coleman. I felt like it was the best round I've ever shot for an ASA in terms of 12 count, and I was a little less ready for my IBO rig and did good there. So I'm really excited to be here finishing out with the ASA.
And that's Cara Kelly, and man, we're in for one heck of a race over the next 2 days for the Women's Pro Division.
Hi, this is Tim Gillingham. I'm here at the ASA Classic to talk to you a little bit about bowstrings. Now, you can have the best bow in the world, and I feel like I really do have the very, very best archery equipment here with this PSE Dominator. It's a really fine bow, but it's only as good as the set of strings you put on it. You want to be able to rely on that bow to repeat itself, to not be affected by temperature, and just really last. Now, the most important things for me on a bowstring when I order them. And my sponsor is Threads Bowstrings. Jerry and Margie Carter do a phenomenal job building a bowstring. The way I order my strings, I always order the cables served here through the cable side. It makes them last longer, and I just don't want to have to replace my strings once I get them shot in and just really get them rocking. Center serving, very important that you get the right fit. And the rule of thumb is simply to draw the string back no more than about a ½ inch, and you want it to cleanly come off the string. So if it's any tighter than that, you could have a problem, and you can do no wrong with Threads. Threads builds a heck of a bowstring. You know, they will definitely meet your needs.
At New Breed Archery, our mission statement is to empower the customer to enjoy archery by building the most innovative and highest quality archery equipment in the world. Proud sponsor of the Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour, New Breed Archery. No hype, just hunt. We've got Mike Terrell with the ASA here, and Mike, the ASA, I think in everybody's opinion, is the leader by far, not only in participation, but the quality and the standard when it comes to 3D archery.
Well, we appreciate that. We do have a great staff of people and some great people, and actually over the last 20 years as we've been doing this, the people we've got to meet and be around for 20 years are almost like family to us. And
sure.
I've seen guys like you and you come from here all the way up to where you are now, and it makes us very proud to be part of that.
That's the one thing I love about the ASA is it's a fantastic family event, you know, and you see that all across the country. It's not just, you know, regional or whatever. There's people, their families come from all over to shoot this event. And
yeah, that's what we're very proud about all that. I mean, the fact that we've had guys like y'all who are great people come in and join us for so many years and committing all your time and energies to be with us, watching the new kids come in like with Scholastic 3D programs and seeing the growth that we're seeing there. And the nice thing about that is we actually have kids bringing their parents to the game.
Right.
And the family atmosphere, the family program, I think it all kind of, it makes you feel good when you can see a family allocating their travel time, their leisure time to being with us. That's very important.
Sure,
we cherish that.
That's the most important thing there is for the growth of the whole sport of archery is in general. And that's Mike Terrell with the ASA, and we'll be right back after this with more interviews as we prepare for round 1 tomorrow. The Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour is brought to you by True Ball. The revolution is here with the all-new HBX release. PSE. Experience PSE. Experience performance. New Breed Archery. No hype, just hunt.
Dead center for Rio. The great sportsman in archery, 20-year-old Bridger Deaton wins the gold medal. Julie Andeloche. Rick Vanderven of the Netherlands is your gold medalist and able to hold his arms and that bow very high in the air, pose for his golden moment.
There comes a smile.
Excel Sights, leading technology, proven results.
Welcome back to Bowmen's Ultimate Archery Tour. With us now is Kyle Null, founder and president of New Breed Archery. Kyle, good to have you, man.
Thanks for having us. We're really happy to be here and happy what you guys are doing for the sport. So thank you very much.
you brought a new bow in here.
Yep.
What's this new one?
Well, we're releasing a new bow right here today at the ASA Classic, and what we're really excited about is called the Elevation. It's a 36 and a quarter inch axle, a 7 and a quarter inch brace height. It IBOs at 335. So this bow is designed for ASA. We're taking the numbers with what we call real world specs. We're getting the arrows that guys like to shoot, you know, that 330, 340, 350 type arrows out here at 60 pounds, and they're all shooting in the 290s, which is what, you know, the guys want. They want it to shoot the speed that they're allowed to shoot, but they want to be able to shoot that better arrow, heavy arrow kind of thing. So we're 100% American made. That's another thing that really, as far as supporting the ASA, every part's built pretty much so in Alabama. If it's not built in Alabama, it is made in the USA.
Right. Yeah. Well, congratulations on the launch of the new bow and the success in New Breed Archery.
Good.
All right.
And I know, speaking for everybody in the tournament archery scene, we appreciate your support of promoting tournament archery as a whole.
Well, thank you very much, and we certainly appreciate y'all. What y'all are going to do for the sport, it's going to really take it to that next level. And that's, as a manufacturer, we want to be behind it, so we're glad to be here.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
And that's Kyle Null, founder and president of New Breed Archery. And we'll be right back with round one of the competition for all the pro classes. You can't win it on day one, but you sure can lose it. As a professional archer and a bow hunter, I get all of my gear from Lancaster Archery Supply, leading the world in 3D and target archery.
All right, who are you guys here to see this weekend? Are you just hanging out? Yeah. Do you guys like shooting? Yeah. What kind of bows do you guys like to shoot?
I have a Hoyt Pro
Really? Say that one more time.
Hoyt Pro Complete FX.
Cool, what are y'all's names?
Trey. Name's Jackson Rhodes.
Cool, are y'all having fun this weekend?
Yes. Yes.
What is your favorite thing to do at the ASA Classic?
Shoot.
Well, y'all seem like you're having a good time, and we hope that you guys have a great time for the rest of the weekend.
And welcome back to day two of the ASA Classic. Today is the day we start off round one for all the pro classes. So today, everybody's gonna be on the way to making the dream come true, or that much closer to taking it back to the house because things aren't going so good. It's time to get it all kicked off for here at the ASA Classic.
Everybody shoot good today.
Nathan, we've got Kelly Johnston right now. She's currently in third for Shooter of the Year in the Women's Pro. She's got a natural look deer down here. It looks to be about 36, 37 yards. What's kind of your take on this as she's getting ready?
Well, the way this shot lays out, you know, the deer kind of almost has his nose up a little bit. So this is one of those that the standard aiming procedure of how this target looks on flat ground doesn't apply here because it's got a different angle to it. So
Right.
you're going to have to aim off just a little bit from where you would normally line up. So it's kind of like what you're used to seeing.
Yeah.
Take that out of your mind and say, okay, I got to aim a little different.
Let's see what she's going to do here. Looks like she got a 12.
Yeah.
Man, that's definitely a bonus, especially in the Women's Pro.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, that's those 12s are at a premium.
Well,
for
she
sure.
talked about that yesterday, how aggressive she played that. And, you know, as some of her peers do or don't do, she goes hard at
Right.
the 12s.
She's pretty aggressive shooter right
Absolutely.
there. We'll see if that pays off for her as she moves on out throughout the round. It looks like Levi is shooting a pretty solid round, but not the spectacular rounds that we've kind of become accustomed to.
Yeah, you know, he proves he's mortal occasionally. Just missing him. Just missing him.
Look at that shot right there. I mean, that's just barely out.
Yeah, I know he also took a couple glances today too, and that always affects
Right.
the score.
Absolutely. That's just one of those things, along with strategy, you know, but the glance outs, there's something, you really can't do anything about it.
Nope, not at all. You play the game the best you can, and you have to just take wherever the arrows
Right.
land. I mean, that's all you can do.
That's it. We've got Connie Griffin, and she has been at the top of the leaderboard from the start this morning. So let's see what she does on this target right here. Looks like another good shot from Connie.
Yeah, she's been shooting strong. She's been working so hard at her game this year. You know, she posts on Facebook all the time.
Right.
I'm headed to the range. I'm headed to the
Absolutely.
range. That's good for Connie.
Well, maybe she can finish it out today.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Let's jump over to the senior pro range right now and check out Steve Scott. He's shooting pretty well today.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good year this year too.
We've got Cara here. I know she's been right there with Connie from the time we started this morning in round one. We're gonna go to her for a minute and kind of check out her mindset.
Yeah, she's been shooting strong all year.
Absolutely.
Guys, I'm here with Cara Kelly. Cara, you just came off of target 8 and there was a bit of a bright sunspot on the target. Does that affect your ability to see your pin?
Actually, for me, no. On those types of conditions, I usually don't have to turn my pin on. You know, I shoot an LP light, so in that situation, I'm able to just put the pin right on it, and it kind of gives you something to aim off of, especially if it's a dark target or anything of that nature. So
Darren's right up there at the leaderboard in the Open Pro. Let's check out Darren and see what he has to say and what's going through his mind as we go through the round.
We started in a good spot today. Our first target was probably 34, 35 yards, 12 that right out of the gate. So kind of gives you some confidence that your numbers are on. You got on the plus side of things anyway.
Hey Nathan, right here we've got Justin Bethel. He's currently tied for the lead, or he's right up there on the leaderboard. We've got what appears to be a super tough board, the old style board target out there, and this target looks to be right around the 50-yard mark.
Yeah.
So if you're shooting this shot here, what do you think Justin needs to do on this?
Well, Justin doesn't have to play too aggressive. This is day one.
Yeah.
You know, he's already up there and score. So all he really needs to do, he just needs to shoot a safe 10 here and move on to the next one.
Right, let's see what he's going to do here. I see that he's shooting a back tension release, and that really seems to, across the board, help a lot of guys with nerves.
Yeah, you bet. I mean, the hinge style release allows them to really pull hard on the shot.
He's looking pretty good here. So that's a good safe shot on that.
Exactly.
He just needs to go on to the next one, kind of like the par in golf.
Yeah, exactly. He laid up.
Absolutely.
We are super pumped to be here, and we're going to check out the leaderboard really quick.
The Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour is brought to you by Shrewd Archery, when winning is everything. Zebros Archery, tournament sight lights, spice up your rig. Matthews Archery, catch us if you can. Threads Bowstrings, order it today, it ships tomorrow. Doinker, world's #1 stabilizer.
I'm Christopher Perkins. I have a pro tip for you on aiming, how I aim and how some other shooters aim. My aiming process or my shooting process is actually really quick. If you've seen me shoot, what I like to do, I like to get back. I run straight to my click as I hit my anchor point, and then after the click, that's when my shot process actually begins. So what I'll do is I'll create reference markers, tee something up on the target versus actually just aiming straight at it. So that's kind of my my aiming technique, and try it out, see what it does for you, and go from there.
And welcome back. And beside me now is not only my co-host, but actually the day one leader now after the round one in Open Pro, Mr. Nathan Brooks.
Yeah, what a day. Awesome. I can't say enough. Just, go out there and judge well, shoot well, play the strategy right. Awesome.
Well, you knew as soon as we did this, one of us was going to shoot.
Oh yeah,
really good.
it's inevitable. It's inevitable. We know this is going to happen. We got to be here at the desk. We got to be interviewing people. We got to do this, and then what happens? We discussed this beforehand. Hey,
exactly.
What happens? And
that tells me we should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah, we should have.
It's cool to have my co-host in the lead, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's awesome to be in this position.
Right.
I love it. Absolutely.
Well, that'll be good, man, and good luck to you. I hope you can finish this thing out, and we have to find a replacement to call the shoot now.
Hey, that'd be fine by me.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep,
good
fine.
shooting, and shoot good tomorrow.
Thanks.
Brother. And that's Nathan, not only co-host, but co-leader after round one in the Open Pro division today.
I'm Senior Pro Archer Alan Connor. I'm here with a pro tip today to give you the importance and the consistency of using a scope mask or a scope ring on your scope housing. It will definitely make you more consistent on your windage and elevation. Being able to center this ring in your peep ring makes you a whole lot more consistent. Your point of impact is more consistent, and it's going to actually add points to your score.
Welcome back to the start of day two. We're following the first group right now, Darren, Kristen, Mary, and those guys, and that's our leaders after round one. So let's go check them out and see how they're going to start off this morning.
Change
changing my batteries on every target.
Nathan, we've got Mackenzie Lentz that's out on the range right now during round 2, doing some interviews with shooters and spectators and everything. Let's go to her right now. She's with Dwayne Price, and he's in the current lead for the Shooter of the Year as well for the Senior Pro Division.
Yeah.
I hear you have the best hair in the Senior Pro class. How's it doing today?
It's soggy and wet, and I think I should use more product to keep it going.
Really? Okay. Yeah, the humidity is aggressive out here today. Is that affecting your shooting at all?
No, keeping my hands dry. Got a towel in my hand to keep my face dry so I don't have any perspiration getting in my eyes so I can see the targets nice and clear. And things are going pretty good today. So
good. It's really hard to hold your bow and you have to keep your hands dry. But these guys are really overcoming it and shooting super well. So we are so excited to see the rest of the round. Guys.
One of the guys really coming up through the ranks right now that's making a move big time is Chad Chenault. He's coming from around that 15th position, and he is pounding 12 after 12.
Yeah, he's been shooting a lot lately, so his confidence has got to be high.
For sure. Let's go right now to this hyena target. This is one that probably can be 12. Let's see what he's going to do on it. Nathan, it looks like he's got a 10 right there. He hit actually the upper 12, but he was going for the lower, put a little too much yardage in it, probably playing a little too safe. He probably feels like he's in good shape to make
yeah,
a shoot.
You know, you're definitely at that point. You want to make sure that you stay safe on those shots. You don't want to risk too much, but at the same time, that would have been a good one for him to get.
For sure. Nathan, let's go right now. Mackenzie's with Alan Connor. It looks like he just made a really good shot.
Alan, how's your shooting been this morning?
Just mostly consistent, you know, trying to stay out of trouble. 1-8 so far, but a few 12s to kind of get me above par, so everything's working good.
Right, you just hit a 12 on this past target, correct?
Yeah, it was a toughie, so I was glad to get that one out of the way.
Nathan, we've just completed round 2. Everybody knows where they've stacked up. We're going to go to the leaderboard right now and see who all actually made the shoot down, and then we'll be right back with the start of the shoot down tonight in the Columbus Civic Center.
What I'm going to bring out here is years and years of input from our shooters back there. Everything you see coming out of these bows, we're taking input from all of our guys over the years, and it's hard to implement changes to bows overnight, so we just decided we're going to build some from the ground up. The Expression 3D. Tons of new technology in there. What do you think? What do you think? It's an entirely new platform. The only thing that carried over from last year's bow is a cable slide. Everything else is brand new. And this is our Expression. 36-inch axial axle, and then this one's 40 with our new drive target cam. I'm going to hand it to the man who I think knows more about that than anybody else right here.
This one is 3.
We introduced the Super EXT. Well, these are our new target bows for 2016.
The 2015 Dream Season Decree is a deadly combination of speed and precision. It's built for the moments when time stands still. When the only thing that will break the silence is an arrow slicing a clean path to the kill zone. The bow of your dreams is a nightmare for big game. This is PSE's Decree. Experience PSE. Experience performance.
Welcome to the Columbus Civic Center. Here's your list of shooters in the Women's Pro Shootdown.
We're giving everybody a chance to kind of settle in and glass it one last time. And as soon as everybody says they're ready, Cara, are you ready? All right. Ladies, we'll start your 1 minute now. We have Cara Kelly at 4:28, Kaylee Johnston at 4:22, Connie Griffin at 4:15, Sharon Carpenter at 4:15, Jean Albritton at 4:07, and Emily Vena has moved up 2 points to 4:09. Ladies, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. Okay, ladies, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. All right, currently Cara Kelly is at 450, Kaylee Johnston at 442, Connie Griffin at 435, Sharon Carpenter at 433, Emily Vayna at 427, and Gina Albritton at 425. If everyone's ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. And now we currently have Cara Kelly at 460, Kaylee Johnston at 452, Connie Griffin at 443, Sharon Carpenter at 443, Emily Vayna at 437, and Gina Albritton at 433. We'll have 2 more arrows before we make the final cut for the final arrow. And ladies, if we're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. And so let's look at the board real quick. Currently, Cara Kelly is at 472. 10 points behind is Kaylee Johnston at 462. Sharon Carpenter is now in 3rd place at 453. Connie Griffin at 448. Emily Vayna at 447. And Gina Albritton at 441. A reminder that the 14 ring is in play. So ladies, if you're ready, if you have your strategy plotted, we'll start your 1 minute now.
We've got Emily Vayna here, and she could really make a move up from 5th or 4th place into 3rd. 3rd place is so important, so you get contingency money from the manufacturers. Let's see what Emily does right here on this target. And she hits the 14. That's going to put her in the top 3. That is a big money-making shot right there.
Don Bailey's going to set 1 target. We'll give them 1 minute to judge, and shooting first will be Kaylee Johnston.
Now we've got Cara and Kelly on the wolf. Looks like that's going to be a pretty good little angle right here on that target. It's straight on to us, kind of from where we're sitting here. But man, that's going to be, going to have to play that in there a little bit on this shot.
All right, Kaylee, you got a number in mind? Let's start your 1 minute now. She's got to have a number. That's a 12 for Kaylee Johnston. Archer is ready. We'll start your 1 minute now. Thank God she missed the wall. And Cara Kelly with a solid 8 is your ASA 2015 Classic Champion. Final score for everybody: Cara Kelly at 490 in 1st place. 2nd place, Kaylee Johnston at 484. In 3rd place at 461 and 9 bonus rings is Emily Vena. In 4th place at 461 and 7 bonus rings is Sharon Carpenter. In 5th place, Connie Griffin. And in 6th place, Gina Albritton.
And we're back here now with Cara Kelly, who had a big day today after round 2 of the World. She clinched Shooter of the Year for Women's Pro Division. And then tonight in the shoot down, you shot really solid and won the Classic for Women's Pro. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I kind of want to jump up and down, and I'll probably be on cloud 9 until February.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good way
Ain't
to
that
end
what,
it. So.
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. On cloud 9 until February when this all starts over again.
Yep, feels good.
I know it was a big moment. Your husband's here.
Yes.
I saw your dad give you a big hug
Yes.
earlier.
Yes.
I know that's awesome.
Yes.
Now, I'm just assuming your dad got you started shooting?
He did actually. He's an avid hunter, just like we all are. And I remember being 3 years old and watching him go out and shoot with the neighbor boy. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. So that only flew like, oh yeah, that's my daddy, you know, that ain't happening. So that only flew a couple times, and I had a bow and I was running around the house with suction cup arrows, shooting everything in sight. And my mother said, get this child out of my house. Like, this is insane. So I ended up getting a traditional bow, twice the size of me. I could barely lift off the ground. And he started taking more of an interest. And we had a local 3D range. Before I knew it, he was running the 3D program there. I was dragging my bow around to shoot every target I could, and he was building coloring book stations in his blinds, so when he went deer hunting, I was there. I mean, it just, it was awesome.
He always involved you in everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And if I showed up to a range with him, and at one time a guy said to him, why do you bring your daughter? And he said, I will never shoot with you again. and didn't. So he was all about it and still is, and it's awesome.
Well, you know, out here tonight, you showed exactly why you won the Shooter of the Year again with a comeback victory. You've shown why you're consistently right there every year. I mean, a practice regimen, everything you do, Cara, it's fantastic.
Thanks.
I mean, to watch you just pound this out.
Thanks.
And there is your Shooter of the Year and Classic champion for Women's Pro, Cara Kelly. Up next, the Senior Pro Division.
If everybody's ready, we'll start your first 1 minute now. So, gentlemen, we now have Tom Crow at 432, Joe Dupree and Ray Young at 430, Alan Connor at 428, and Dwayne Price at 427. So, gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a three-way tie for first. Tom Crow at 440, Joe Dupree at 440, and Ray Young at 440. Alan Connor only 2 points behind at 438, and Dwayne Price is only 5 points behind at 435. All right, gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. First place tie between Tom Crow and Joe Dupree at 452. Ray Young is at 450. At 449, only 3 points back now is Dwayne Price. And at 446 is Alan Connor. All right, gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. We now have our leader is Ray Young at 462, Ray Young. At 460 is Joe Dupree. We now have a tie at 457 with Tom Crow and Dwayne Price. And at 456 is Alan Connor. So gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. We now have a dead tie for bonus rings and for score between Joe Dupree and Ray Young, both at 470 and 14 bonus rings. Mr. Tom Crow currently at 467. 3 points behind the leaders going into this arrow, and now currently 5 points behind Alan Connor. He leads Alan in bonus rings. You going up on this one, Tom, or going for 14s? He's going up. He's going over. It's either 12, 14, or good night. Here we go. Tom, we'll start your 1 minute now.
It looks like Tom Crow's going to go for the 14 by the way he's indicating to Mike Terrell. Let's see what he does. This would be for the win right here if he hits the 14. And he does. He hit the 14, and Tom Crow is your Senior Pro Classic champion.
Well, good night. That falls in the category of letting the big dog eat. Mr. Crow, proud shot, sir, proud shot.
You know what happened right there? That made Tom Crow our winner for the Senior Pro Division. After shooting a 5 earlier in there, he came back, hammered the 14, and he's taking home the prize.
Just hang in there. You know, just keep grinding. That's exactly what Tom did. And you never give up.
And we're back with our Senior Pro champion at the Classic, Mr. Tom Crow. Good to be with you. Awesome shooting tonight.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Absolutely. Now, Tom, you had a little hiccup about halfway through the shoot down tonight. We saw you shoot a 5 on actually one of the little bit closer targets. I know that kind of had to put a little pressure on you. How's this thing going to work out?
It did, but I knew I had to do something. You know, it was too close.
Yeah.
And I was shooting just a tad bit left. On that particular shot, I was on the left edge of the 14 when I made my shot, and it cost me. So then, right after that, I moved my sight over about 4 or 5 clicks.
Yeah.
And next one went right where I was aiming.
Sure. Well, you've got different lighting, everything.
Yeah.
Once you move inside here, it's going to make you shade the peak one side or another.
Oh, yeah.
And all in making adjustments. Hey, that's part of the reason you made it here is making adjustments throughout the week. Well, Tom, congratulations again. That was awesome shooting. Hey, anytime a shoot down ends with a 14, that's great for the crowd, that's great for everybody, and I know you were tickled to death when
So it's really good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know, I was in 4th place? Yeah, I was in 4th place. And I'm not here to take 2nd, 3rd, or 4th.
That's right.
Sure. Here to win.
That's right.
I'm here to win.
And he certainly did. And that's our winner for the Senior Pro Division, Mr. Tom Crow. Up next, Open Pro Division.
Gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. Okay, just a reminder, the 14 rings are in play. The upper 12s are available if you give us the indication. Gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Justin and Dan are at 456. Tommy's at 455. Chad's at 451. And Levi's at 449. We still only have 7 points between our leader and our 5th place position, but it's a completely different order as we go to our 3rd arrow. Gentlemen, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now. Let's look at the scores real quick, though. Tommy now is at 469. Justin and Dan are at 466. Chad's at 465. And Levi's at 461. We've got 2 more arrows. We've already had 3 lead changes. So, gentlemen, okay, everybody ready? Dan, you set? We'll start your 1 minute now. Tommy Gomez is at 479. Dan McCarthy's at 476. Chad Chenault's at 473. Justin Bethel at 471. Levi Morgan at 469. Everyone is still within 10 points of our leader. If they don't fall further behind, they'll have an additional arrow to try to catch him. Everybody's going to shoot low 12s here. We'll start your 1 minute now. All right, gentlemen, here's our situation. Our leader is Dan McCarthy at 490. Tommy Gomez is at 489 in 2nd place, and in 3rd place is Chad Chenault at 483. Chad, being 7 points behind, will get to shoot the first arrow. So now we'll have a final arrow. Chad Chenault will shoot first, followed by Tommy Gomez, 1 point behind Dan McCarthy. Chad, have we bored you to death yet? Are you ready to shoot? Fire it up. It's all about you. We'll start your 1 minute now. He's looking for his 14. It's an 8 for Chad. Oh, 491, our 3rd. Well done. Okay, the only way that Chad Chenault will not be in 3rd place is if somebody costs me a lot of money and busts that wall up. 1 point separates Tommy Gomez and Dan McCarthy. 1 point. They've shot 45 arrows this weekend, and it comes to this 1 arrow. Tommy, if you're ready, we'll start your 1 minute now.
Tommy's in a position here where pretty much he's got to put a 12 or 14 in there to put some pressure on Dan. And Tommy hit it, man. That's really going to put the pressure on Dan. He's taking the lead now.
Oh yeah, that just happened. Upper 12 or the 14, Dan? We'll start your 1 minute now.
I bet he's going to shoot for the 14 right here. And Dan hits it. That's amazing to win the ASA Classic.
Yeah, if you can't get excited about watching that right there, you don't like archery and you can't get excited about anything. That's a show. That's a show. That's a show. That's a show.
And we're back with the Open Pro Classic champion, Mr. Dan McCarthy. Dan, you guys put on a heck of a shoot down tonight, brother.
I really got nothing to say. I mean, I'm happy everything worked out. Been in that scenario a bunch of times and it didn't work out. So, you know, it's just, you never know what's going to happen. You just go out and play the game and be as aggressive as you can and let the chips fall where they are. You know, try not to make it any bigger than what it is. I mean, hit them or miss them.
Well, it certainly worked well for you. And Nathan and I will be back to wrap up everything from right here at the 2015 ASA Classic as the teardown continues. Man, it was an awesome event, and we'll be right back to wrap it all up. The Bowmen Ultimate Archery Tour is brought to you by archeryevents.com. More archers, less work. Archer, it's all about her. ASA, the nation's premier archery shooters association. Scott Archery, the #1 name in the release game. Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow. As a professional archer and a bow hunter, I get all of my gear from Lancaster Archery Supply, leading the world in 3D and target archery. Nathan, we just witnessed one heck of a shoot down. It was an awesome event all the way back from Thursday, the Pro-Am day, to the round one. We had some great scores, great competition across all the pro classes. Same thing today in round two. And then the shoot down tonight is one of the best shoot downs that we've seen in a long time.
Well, Justin, you know, obviously is a big part of this. I was co-leader the first day. You just can never sleep on it and get to the point to where you feel comfortable about the next day. There's always pressure, there's always the need to hit 12s, to make the moves.
Well, it was a great classic, great inaugural event for Bowmen, the Ultimate Archery Tour, and congratulations to our classic champions, Cara Kelly in Women's Pro, Thomas Crow in Senior Pro, and Dan McCarthy in Open Pro. And we'll see you guys in 2016 at the next Ultimate Archery Tour event.